Confusion continues tonight as members of the Golden Gates World Outreach Ministries Executive Pastoral Committee engaged in a face-off with newly appointed Senior Pastor Trent Davis and family. Our Matthew Moxie was there for the showdown today. Here's that report.
Confusion and high emotions is how service began at Golden Gates World Outreach Ministries Sunday morning. The church, which continues to be in the middle of a disagreement after Bishop Ross Davis named his son as senior pastor, much to the displeasure of several pastors on the board, saw the opposition intensify during the Sunday worship. The 6 protesting pastors gathered at the church early in the morning, and when the doors were opened, they were already inside on the stage with their chairs spread across the pulpit in a form of protest. An emotional First Lady Althea Davis needing consolation after she and her family showed up to celebrate service, only to be met with what appeared to be protesting pastors holding the altar hostage. The pastors, namely Alan Strawn, Dwight Umbrister, Cleo Cash, Inez Pinder, Alma Young, and George Carey, refused to remove themselves from the stage. Despite the visible disruption, service began with the praise team relocating themselves to the choir loft. Shortly after, Bishop Davis and Pastor Trent Davis and his wife arrived. Congregants stood to their feet and could be heard cheering as the bishop and his son moved to the front of the church. Bishop Davis then moved to officiate the service, but was unable to ascend to the podium, which was being guarded by Pastor Alan Strawn and other pastors who appeared to be having their own service. Nonetheless, the service proceeded. Eyewitness News was told by opposing pastors that the Davis family yesterday held a conference call with the executive pastoral team to iron out their differences. They said an agreement was made to have Pastor Alan Strawn conduct service and a guest preacher invited. However, they claimed the bishop was adamant that Reverend Trent preached the sermon, and that's where the difference occurred, they said. However, attorney for the Davises, Wayne Munro QC, denies these claims. He said there was supposed to be a meeting with the attorneys and police. However, he claimed the pastor's attorney, Glendon Roll, never showed up. While they spoke on the phone, he says no agreement regarding the service was ever reached. Based on the congregation, they appeared to be in support of the Davis family, as there were no visible signs of objection when Pastor Trent Davis took over the service to preach. There are 15 pastors at the church. 8 of them are said to be opposing the move. Despite the confusion following the sermon by Pastor Trent Davis, 45 people walked to the altar to accept Jesus Christ as their personal savior. Matthew Moxie, Eyewitness News.